Can you zoom in on that? Like, what the fuck is that?
Hold on.
Yo.
All right, smash or pass, boys. So,
This is what we're doing in places.
all right, smash or pass. Tone, you go first, man. I can't pull myself together. I mean, it looks delicious to me.
Yo, that.
We got the flavors that make you dance. Spicy tales from France to Japan. Every bite a wild romance. Join us now in our bright little den. Bruh, in the kitchen where stories are told. Spill the beans about dishes so bold. Every taste a journey unfold. Come with us, let the magic unfold.
Bruh Podcast. BRUH podcast.com. Don't call it a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. The boys are here. Tony B showing up. Tone, how you doing?
I'm good, man. That was the first rap song I ever memorized when I was a kid. Mama said, knock you out.
You want to give us a little bit?
No. I mean, I could, but I don't think it would look cool.
Is it?
Or sound.
I was actually...
But I know Mama said, not like that's impressive, but when you're a little kid, I remember watching the video came on at my grandma's. She had MTV apparently. And like the video was like, it's black and white and he's in a boxing ring.
Oh, is that the one where the mic's like up?
Yeah. And he's like, keeps grabbing it. Yeah.
I can remember my first, like, we didn't have cable growing up. And I can remember
Same. Grandma did.
I'd go, because my grandfather lived like more in the, well, not a city, but it was more the township where he wasn't out in the country, and he would get that. He had cable, but then he'd always get that illegal box.
Nice.
The illegal box.
Yeah.
And I remember I'd watch TV. I'd watch MTV, and it was like, my mind was just like, I couldn't get my head around MTV. Like, it was just, I can remember like when they would go on spring break and.
Oh my God, dude.
It was those were days. And then he'd get that, he'd always get with that, I can remember with that box, he'd always get the WWF. I'm going to say WWF because it.
Yeah.
So he'd get
original
that.
OG. Yep.
And he'd always say, Michael, look out that window, see if there's a guy on a pole. And he thought he's Masontown. Like, nobody's climbing poles to see if you're stealing the WrestleMania. Calm it down, man. So.
I love that you also didn't have cable. That's great because I didn't. But you know what we got that was similar? American Gladiators came on regular network TV.
Iceman.
Like Saturdays.
Blaze.
So good, dude.
Was it Iceman?
Yeah.
Or it's Ice. It was just Ice. Iceman was from time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I used to love that. They were hardcore, too. Like, they're really very physical. It wasn't like light work. It was like, I'll kill you.
I don't think there was much athleticism in that. I think it was more. I think those guys are like just all roided up.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't like Olympic athletes. Like if you, I think it was just roids and, But anyway,
sorry.
Guess who's here? We could have gone a half hour on that. He's here. The name is in. The name is there. I see it in the window. It is official. It is. I think it is etched in stone. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rob Father is back. How you been, Rob Father?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good, fellas. It's good to be back.
So we're going to go, we don't have Libation Station this week, but we are going to go, we're going to do a little round robin here. And it's tough. Like, I've thought about it. I've actually been, I think, doing a little bit better since my cruise. I've been able to hold off drinking a couple nights. So I think I'm starting to inch back. But one thing that's impossible is not grabbing a drink for this podcast. It's
required.
Like, I thought about maybe I'll just get like a water or something. Like, it's impossible to just, it's a hang, right? So who wants to go first? Tone, I see I think you got a little something you're sniffing there. So what do you got there? I mean, this is an official libation station, but we're just going to go round robin here real quick. What you got?
First of all, I don't know if you caught Rob. Rob was like, the Rob father, you asked if he's good, and he goes, I'm good, fellas. The Rob father is good, fellas.
That was
I
unintentional.
mean, come on, dog.
Rob, was that a...
I wish I could take credit for that.
That was
I think
awesome.
that's a T-shirt. We just put a T-shirt.
What is the T-shirt? Just my face?
How's the Rob father?
It just says,
it's just
the Rob father, Rob's face, and then I'm good, fellas.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's really good, dude.
What it has to do with food, I don't know, but it'll work.
They eat food in Goodfellas. There's a few cooking.
there
There's
you
one
go.
very famous cooking scene in Goodfellas.
Yes.
A couple.
Now
actually.
that's
More
interesting.
than
We
a good
could
movie.
have you ever tried have you ever tried this slicing the garlic so thin with a razor blade? Have you ever tried that? Like, is
I
that
have not. No.
even possible? Like,
I mean,
It's definitely
slice it
possible.
thin with a knife. Right?
Yeah, you got to get like a razor blade and like really take your time. I think
I've never tried it.
You need to have no other responsibilities, so you need to like be in prison because you just have the time to do it. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
just smash that garlic, you chop it, and you throw it in the pan.
You don't. I don't think I've ever tried that. I mean, I've tried to get it real thin with a knife, but I don't think I've ever tried that. Like,
Yeah.
razor
Okay, but
blade.
also the scene at the end where he's like making the meatballs and the helicopters chasing him, and I mean that's
Yeah.
a great cooking scene too.
Yo.
Got to keep stirring the sauce.
So I've been meaning to do this flight again. So it's one of my good friends. They came home from Mexico with a bottle of one of my favorite like tequila brand, Hey Cuatro, but it's like the Mexican version, and it's just a slightly different proof. And I have the American version, and then I have from the same distillery, Don Vicente, and they're all so 3 reposados. I'm doing a flight with the 3. I've done it with these 2, just and not blind, but now I have a blind. Mixed them up. I'm just curious if I can pick them out, if one I like better than the other. But it's all the same distillery, so same.
Yeah.
It's El Pandillo is like probably my favorite distillery.
See,
Anyway, so
Tony's
that's
always in the gym. He's working out this. He's just working it out, working out the palate. Just kind of just hitting the
Dude.
old, just hitting that bag.
I'm a nerd, man. And it's not to get like let's get wasted. I just have a little in each, but like seeing what nose I like, what palates, if they're different, how much they're alike, and then I'll pick them out then. And they're numbered at the bottom.
If it got
I don't know.
revealed that Tony's shooting this from the back of a liquor store, I would believe it 100%. The guy
Yeah,
just
it's
got
like-
so much booze.
I'll be right there. That's
It's just
so
hilarious.
bad.
I love it.
it's
You're a
it's,
professional, sir.
It's just it's honestly like I feel like it is research for what's to come.
Yeah, it's a tax write-off is what it is. You need to put the
Yo,
right
facts,
there off.
dog. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
no, I mean, Tony's
Damn.
hinting at it.
Will that put me over the standard deduction if I probably?
The only problem with that is like I've thought about. The only problem with that theory is like you have to show some sort of money made from the business. So it's not like you could just. We have to actually start making. We can do it if we make some money from this.
merchandising.
So that's why. Come on, All right, Rob. So Rob, what do you got there? Rob caught us off guard this year. He brought a cocktail to the.
Well, yeah. So I've never drank on
cast.
the pod because I wanted to be professional. I'm manning the ship. I'm the producer of this show. I felt like it was inappropriate for me to be drinking.
Aye, aye,
This
Captain.
This is your show, and you guys should be drinking. But it seemed like you guys insinuated enough that I should start drinking. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it's
that
almost going to
was-
be mandatory next time. I mean, like you should. I mean, I think you should be lit.
I'll also
I
say
think that.
I did start before the episode. I had a go.
Rob started at 2 p.m. Pacific.
Tempting. No,
That's why he's talking about pile driving at this point already.
No, I would talk about pile driving stone sober actually, but yeah, the booze helps. No, so I wouldn't really call it a cocktail. It's more of just like it's been a Monday, right? It's been one of those Mondays. So
Yeah.
I'm currently drinking whiskey in a coffee mug right now.
Yo,
I was gonna say is that. I mean, I didn't want to. When you pulled that up, I thought Rob's having a nice cup of coffee there.
Yeah.
He's in the KTAR mug. It's the KTAR mug.
Yeah, this is a shout out to KTAR. It's an old news radio station I worked for about 1 million years ago, and this is just filled with whiskey and ice at this point.
nice,
So
dude.
that's
I love
the
that.
cocktail.
I think.
Yo, whiskey rocks, man.
I think
That's
Rob.
awesome.
Yeah,
may,
a nice little Jameson on ice.
Yo,
That's not too bad.
love that, dude. Yeah.
I think Rob might be getting close to name. I mean, that is getting very close to naming the this episode. Something about whiskey in a mug or something. Yeah, like it's
That's
getting
another
there. We'll
T-shirt
see.
right there.
It's the
Whiskey.
Well,
in
Rob,
a
thank
mug.
you for joining us. We were wondering. We don't here at the podcast. We don't like peer pressure. You know,
Sure.
we want you to jump in and join. Just jump in the pool whenever you're ready to jump in the pool. We're glad you jumped in the pool.
Yeah, I think we're what? This is episode 7. I think 6 sober episodes is probably enough.
No, yeah. I would prefer. I think I would prefer Rob a little lit. So,
Yeah, look,
I could do that.
cusp, at least
I'm
the
fine. I mean,
cusp.
this mug of whiskey here, this will last me the rest of the night. I mean, it's like I'm not going to have multiples of these, but it's also
we'll see how the night goes.
It's filled
Rob.
pretty high.
Well, we'll see how the night goes.
My man.
We've gone 30 minutes and we haven't even got to smash or pass yet. So
That's
go
true.
grab the bottle because we might be in for a bender tonight. All right, well, Rob, thank you for that. Now,
happy to be a part of the adult beverage gang tonight.
This is a little bit of strategy on my part. I was thinking about this, and I love ice on my drinks. I mean, obviously, there was the big controversy with the ice and beer. I like the ice, and so my thinking is, I tend to drink ice drinks too fast, right? So I decided I decided to go iceless tonight.
Okay.
This Di Serrano in a snifter.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Basically
And-
the exact opposite of whiskey in a mug.
The bookend. It's the bookend of. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So I don't know, Tony. Can you give me a little bit? I mean, I'm not putting you on the spot here.
Yeah.
Maybe I am, but give me a little bit. You seem to. I do know that you cannot serve. I mean, I guess you could do anything you want, but this is for warm drinks. The snifter. Does that sound right, or
Not warm.
you know what I mean? Not.
Yeah,
iced.
room temp. Yeah,
Room temp.
absolutely. Because I mean, the point of it, because you're not getting much. I mean, try to sniff a drink that's cold. Like you don't get much nose on it. You know, it's just it. There's science with that. You know, like the vapors aren't popping. And the whole point of the snifter, the shape of just like the Glencairns are like the tulip shape. Like that's so like it holds in some of those vapors. So when you nose it, it's the same thing. But yeah, absolutely, the snifter. But you know, some
I've never noticed
beers
that.
like you drink out of a snifter too,
Oh,
and that could generally cold. So
I like it because I can get my big Italian schnoz down
yo,
in there.
no, that's so fun, dude. That's so fun, and that's perfect for the Di Serrano. That's great.
Yeah, so that was the choice tonight, and I'm enjoying
Nice
it.
stuff.
I might need to get up and get a little refill here.
You still got
But,
2 bottles of that?
I do, but I'm going to tell you what. Here's an update. That Kirkland Reposado is gone.
Good. I was gonna
It was
say
like
something.
what's
but
there's a
you
seven.
need
There's
to-
seven.
you need
What's
to step
one
your
up
game
from
on that one.
750? What's the size up from
Oh,
750?
1.75. Oh, a liter.
That was a liter,
A liter, yeah.
and it's gone. So if you're keeping score at home,
Yo,
the Reposado is gone.
let me give you, not right now, I mean, I could give you right now, but let me give you at least a few other options, similar price point, that are much better. And so, you know what I mean? If you want, like, just for mixing, you could drink them neat too, but, like, better than the Kirkland.
I've seen
And that-
it. There's a. Go ahead.
No, you want to know now?
No, this is what I was going to say. Is like this is a good segment that we can maybe pop off because I've seen somebody do that. There's a guy who does this on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's like, you drinking, he what's that called? I can't think of it. Menage a trois. Like you drinking menage a trois?
Oh, okay.
You should be drinking, and then he gives you the alternatives in the price point. He does it with tequila.
Oh, I don't want to. I love that. Oh man.
So this is really exciting. Like this one, I've been thinking about this all week, and we've been getting a lot of messages about like, bring it back, like, and that is. I don't know, Rob, do we have music? I know we have music, but do you have it ready? Because I want to.
Yeah, we want to get into it.
All right, I did ask you about it. Now I remember. But we have this. Here it is. Back by popular demand. Smash or pass.
Pass.
There it is.
I missed that. What do you think, Tone? Did you get chills up the back of your spine when you heard the Smash or Pass theme song?
I've been upset that we've been missing out on some of my favorite segments. Like the last couple episodes, I've been like, but so I love it. You know, when I started sharing this with like some friends, Smash or Pass was definitely the most talked about.
Well,
for sure.
Well, hold your horses because it's back, baby. Tony will text me like it'll be like a 3 p.m. on a Thursday, and he's like, "We don't Smash or Pass this week." I'm like, sorry, Tone. No, that's next week. Okay, you can tell just from the text that he's bummed. Just like this one here. I mean, it's hard. Smash or Pass is hard because we just have to keep we have to just keep up. We have to kind of sort of like one-upping what we've done before. But, boy, do we got one today. So, Rob, let's start it out. What we're going to do is we're going to show you the restaurant first. This is now the past couple that we have done. I think we did Rylander, Wisconsin. So that was sort of lake. Then we went to some down there in West Virginia, I think it was. So that was – I forget the name of that place. Anybody remember what that one was? The tour of Italy?
That was the first one.
It was No, that was the bakery.
No, that's the deli.
That was the bakery.
Lee
shows.
But
all right,
Lee shows
Lee shows, yeah,
was popular. Like that's like a legit. Remember that screenshot you sent me?
Yeah, they were advertising. I think it was a Yankee game, or it was one of those Eastern. Yeah. Or was a Philly? Maybe it was I think it was a Philly game we were watching, and it was on the back scroll. And I snapped that, and I was like, "See."
He was like, "You see anything in this picture?" And I immediately was like, "Lee shows." It was like right behind the batter. It was awesome. I was like, "Oh."
Well, they lost to Joe. They lost to Uncle Joe, so they're not. They can't afford that bad press. So this week, oh boy, we're going 5-star. Like we're doing Michelin star level right now. Okay, so Rob, pop it up. We'll see who's up for Smash or Pass. Get your taste buds ready, because we have Chicago, Illinois' own 88. It's 88. Chicago. I don't have too many details on this, but look it up. If you'd like to eat there, I'm sure you can get online and book it. It's, from what I hear, probably the best in Chicago. But it's not like we'll call it. I call it Michelin star. Am I saying that wrong? Is it Michelin or Michelin?
I mean,
are you doing a bit right now? I can't tell if you're doing a bit right now.
I can't tell if I'm doing one either, to be honest. Di Serrano's.
You know, if you're listening to like a French guy saying it, then it's more like, like there's like French dudes named like Michel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's
like
true.
Michelin.
But if you were saying it like you're supposed to,
Michelin.
Yeah.
it would be Michelin.
Out of Greenville,
like
Michigan. in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So it should be Michelin, but we'll call it Michelin. This is maybe what you're about to see is Michelin star, but so you got to sort of tune your palates here, tune your we're not in the hills of Rhineland or Wisconsin on the lake. Now it's time to get your best duds on there, and we're going out to dinner. Okay, this is what we have. This is seared Moulard duck breast. This is a crisp seared. This is a crisp seared duck breast served medium rare. Served medium rare, rested top caramelized heirloom carrots and a vibrant carrot ginger puree, accented with a rich black currant demi-glace, and a swipe of mustard creme fraiche, finished with a playful touch. It's a warm hand-rolled barley pretzel twist, dusted with sea salt, bridging fine dining with a hint of rustic charm. Okay, now before we view it, give me some impressions of what you're hearing.
I mean, I think it sounds great. I think it sounds like they got one, dude. Like duck breast is awesome, and that's like good, like to serve it cooked that way. It's like it's meat. It's like meat. It's not like you're having. It's like you're having a beef flavored poultry. It's really delicious. So far so good. The demi-glace, like it's gonna be rich.
$75 is what it was with this.
Damn! What was it? The pretzel? What was the pretzel in there?
It's that's your bridge between fine dining with a hint of rustic charm. It's a hand rolled barley pretzel twist dusted with sea salt. So Rob, go ahead. Let's take a look at this.
Barley pretzel. Sure. Come on now. Can you zoom in on that? Like, what the fuck is that?
Hold on.
Damn.
All right, smash or pass, boys. So,
this is what we're doing in places.
all right, smash or pass. Tone, you go first, man. I can't pull myself together. I mean, it looks delicious to me.
Yo, the duck looks perfectly cooked, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like the demi-glace right next to the duck. Like I'm sure it's rich and like bomb. What the f*** is that barley pretzel doing over there? What the f*** is that? No, I'm sorry. It's like a the little right? Like what?
It's a barley pretzel. Tone.
Yes, like those kind.
It's guys, listen. First of all, this is we could. I think we all agree that art. This is a form of art. Okay, so this is some chef's art.
For real.
We should respect the art.
But why? Why would they do that, Juan?
So, but they explain it here. It's a warm hand-rolled barley pretzel twist, dusted with sea salt. You can see it. You see the specks in there. It bridges fine dining, and it's a hint of rustic charm. So I think what he's doing, he's trying to bridge fine dining with rustic charm. I think he's reaching and saying. So, let's go around the room, Rob, or let's go Tone first, and then we'll get to because I see him looking at it. I don't know. Tone, smash her.
By the way, the silverware, awesome. That knife is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. The breast looks perfect. Like it all looks nice. There's way too much on the plate. So like, if I'm gonna be critical, if I'm not tasting this, that's like
too
when
much.
you need to edit. You got too many things, and not enough at the same time. That's what I'm saying. You got too many things and not enough. How are you gonna do that? And the thing that you have the biggest part of it is the little like.
First of all, it's a pretzel. It's not. All right.
So far every smash or pass I have smashed.
Yeah.
This will be my first pass. I will pass.
Oh, wow. This is like finest dining in Chicago.
I'm drinking whiskey out of a mug right now, brother.
All right. Well, that's a Tone. Tone, your pass or you?
No, I gotta say, like, I am. I hear like sometimes people are like, I don't like frou. I don't cook in that style. Like, that's not my talent. I like to. I don't. I also don't cook like more quantity. No, I like quality stuff, but like, I'm kind of. It looks beautiful, but it's not.
Well, you're not running.
It's
a
not
Michelin
meticulous.
Star
No,
restaurant.
I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy like the meticulous. At the same time, I respect it. Like, I'd like to go to eat on occasion, like have that. Like, I love that. Plus, people I've worked with that are so much more talented than me that can do where it's like really meticulous. They're using their tweezers and it's on point. This one though, like, I'm for sure not smashing. I'm passing at $70 for one like nice piece of duck breast. I'm sure that little puree joint is nice. The demi-glace, cool. Little carrot, that's fine. But with
It
the
looks like Photoshop.
that's not there.
Okay. Well,
What about you, Mike?
I'm going to respect. I mean,
passing, dog.
this is going to surprise you. If that, I'm taking price out of it. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
know.
okay, all right.
I mean, I know we have to consider it in there, but if it's just a straight up smash or pass, like, I don't even know if I'm in that restaurant, to be honest with you. So, if we're taking price into consideration, this is going to upset me because there is not. I need more. I need maybe 2 or 3 hand rolled pretzels in a separate basket for $75. I need a couple more slices of duck, bro. So, but if this is indeed, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. If that pretzel is indeed a hand rolled pretzel,
Hand rolled?
bar. If it is indeed a pretzel twist, dusted, and those chunks are sea salt, I'm smashing. Count me as a smash.
My man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Courage, man. I mean, there's no way it's not good, right?
For duck is probably very good.
Yeah, that looks fire, man.
Wouldn't you think you'd like if? I mean, first thing I thought of was you break a piece of the pretzel and then dip it in the glass.
I think you got to
Yeah.
scoop.
It doesn't
the
look like
pretzel. I
that
don't know if it's
breaks,
breaking.
though.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like? See, it says barley. It doesn't look like it's got, like, gluten. Like what I'm saying. I'm not mad at someone who is like gluten free at all, and like that's awesome if there's certain stuff that you can like replace with to make gluten free bread and whatever. But it does not have the same structure. Oh, is it supposed to be an 8? Like it's a play on the restaurant like name?
Oh, see now we're looking through it with art eyes. See,
Maybe.
see,
That-
yes,
they put
chef.
Yeah.
So you should have 2 of them on there. It'd be 88.
Duh. Like, my gosh.
Carmi would hate this plate.
All right. Well, that's smash or pass. Oh man. Oh, I don't know if I almost didn't get through that one. But
You're smashing.
I'm smash. Smash that. I miss that song. I miss Smash or Pass. It's just, I mean, Smash or Pass is like there's only certain dishes that I can't just put a hamburger up there or something.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
gotta you have to have those unique dishes that just really test you and say, are you in or are you out here?
Yo.
So
100%.
we'll see.
I love it. And you reading the description of this, I was like, there's no way this isn't going to be, like, great.
I know. I mean, that's why Smash or Pass is so popular because you just. All of
the
us,
world
when I
by
read that,
storm.
everybody was in, but then you guys have this conspiracy.
What's the score? What's the score now?
I
You
think I'm
keeping track, right?
2. I think I'm 1 smash, 2 passes. We did 3, right?
Yeah, I smashed the last one. Rob smashed the first 2.
Yeah.
I think I'm 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yeah.
I was not smashing the Italian one. I was mad at that one. There's too many pastas on one plate, in my opinion.
I smashed the bangers and mash. I mean, that's a smash. I don't care if it's just care if it's just mash. I'm smashing.
Yeah, I was all about that.
So, All right. Well, let's get to now. We're into. Let's
Jesus.
see.
We're recording
Listener
the
calls.
longest pod ever.
Where are we at right now? 39. Oh, okay. Well, we only get we're doing good. We'll get
good.
there.
All right.
Let's so listener calls. Rob, we have I believe 2 callers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and roll with it. Let's go with the first one. See if we can help the people out.
Was there a specific one that needed to go last for the calls? This is Raquel from Wisconsin, I believe.
Hey guys, this is Raquel from Kenosha, Wisconsin. I love your show. So hey, I was out for a birthday dinner with my girlfriends at a well-known restaurant. Like, I probably shouldn't say the name of the place, but it rhymes with Lexus Low Blouse. So anyways, I ordered the chicken critters, and it come with a choice of sides, and I got the green beans, so at least something that won't go straight to my and those beans were so overcooked and nasty that I couldn't eat them. Now, I wanted to ask the waiter for something else, but I was embarrassed to complain in front of my friends because they seemed to like their beans just fine, and I didn't want to hurt the chef's feelings. So I just filled up on the chicken critters and a whole bunch of Jamaican cowboy cocktails until my was maxed out. So my question is, do you guys think it's rude to send back food if it isn't cooked good?
Raquel, I'll take this on. I'll take this on. All right. So this is the way that I see it. Ultimately, your question. I'm trying to get through the and all of that. What it comes down to is that she's saying Texas Roadhouse. I think I picked that up. That took me a while to process, but that's what it is. It's
Lexus Low Blouse?
Lexus Low. So I'm at the Texas Roadhouse. I'm thinking about definitely nothing against, again, we're not knocking anybody. Like, it's nothing like you're dealing with at the 88 there in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like those are career chefs. Texas Roadhouse, you know, the guy or girl who's back there could be, you know, working the Foot Locker as well. So it's like, that's what I'm thinking about, who's preparing the food. Where it comes down to is like, are you willing to risk sending the food back? I think there was but there was a movie where, I think it was a Ryan Reynolds movie where they sent it back and then
Yep.
Waiting
is classic. It's hilarious. And
And
it's
I
so
think
on
about
point. I've worked at a place
So-
like that.
the question is, do you send food back? Now, in her case, if it's green beans, I'm just passing on the green beans. I don't think it's worth the risk. If everything else is good, pass on the green beans. Because now where the problem comes in is like if you have steak and it's not cooked enough, or if it's not, that's where you have a choice to make, is sort of, you know, if it's not cooked enough or it's undercooked, or if it doesn't, you know, if it's just a side, let it go. Let it slide. If it's a side, let it slide. That might be. That might be a title. That might be a title, bro.
Man.
I just come up with. If it's
I
a
think
side,
somebody
let it
screened this
slide.
call. This guy's coming up with.
Yeah,
I know, right?
so
This guy's got quotes.
See, my wife is the opposite. If it's not, like, she doesn't send a lot of stuff back, but if it's not, she doesn't have any problem. She thinks better of society. It's like, nobody's gonna do that. That's a movie. Nobody's gonna. I'm on the other side of it. I'm like, somebody's dipping on it. Like, something's gonna,
Two popular options.
yeah. So, let me try to. In summary, if it's a side, let it slide. If it's an entree, if you're at the Roadhouse, I'm gonna say let it slide. Now, if you're at 88, you don't let that slide. You know, if the barley pretzel's too soft, you send it back. So that's my take on it. That's my Tone. You got.
Yeah, my mind goes a lot on this one. Being on the on the other side, being in a kitchen, like you're the cook, So first of all, something that was funny to me, I had a coworker one time, like not in food industry coworker in my office life, was talking. I don't know how it came on the subject, was referring to McDonald's and referring to, the chef that made my food, and I was like, they're not chefs. I'm sorry, but that's a cook, and that's fine. It's all good to be a cook, but do not refer to that as a chef. And I'm offended by that. She referred to this guy as a chef, and that's fine. But I had I have trouble sending stuff back personally, and I not because that's just my character, not because not even thinking of someone's gonna spit in my food type of thing. But I had one incident where I got food sent back to me, and this guy comes in. I was working at a good restaurant, good Italian restaurant, and like modern Italian, like not, it was like step up, look good. And this dude, we heard it was like, it was a late night, and someone was in town performing a show at the Miller Auditorium at Western Michigan. This is in Kalamazoo. Frankie Valli of the Four Seasons. This old. He's old now. He's like my mom's era. My mom, 60s. She grew up in the 60s. Was in high school. She loved the Four Seasons. This. Frankie Valli sings in
it's a
the
killer.
falsetto. So I was like,
killer.
So I heard he's coming in. And we had to stay up late because he was finishing a show, and they were like, hey, he's gonna come into the restaurant. And I was like, okay, well that sucks. We gotta stay up late. It's dead. He's coming in. And I was like, but my mom loves Frankie Valli. In my head, I'm like, I get to maybe cook for Frankie Valli. So he comes in, and I'm running the pastas that night, saute station. And he comes in, and he's like, special order. He didn't want to order something on the menu. So I'm like, all right, fine. We have a great menu, but fine, order some. He just was like, I just want some like linguine and shrimp. Like, I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll do that. Cool. It's not on the menu. So I'm like, Frankie Valli, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't get just like shrimp. I pulled out the prawns. Beautiful, like the head on. They're like sexy. Made some delicious pasta. Sent it out proud. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I get to tell mom I cook a dish for Frankie Valli. Like, cool, right? He sent that shit back. And he was like, he just didn't, he was like, oh, I don't like it. Like, he was like a little about it. And from that moment, and I talked to him, I'm like, what else do you want me to prepare for you? And then he was just like, I'm over it. I'm tired anyway. I don't want any more. So I was like, Frankie Valli. I wasn't going to spit in it, but like, we stayed open late for you. You're special. And then I thought about it later. I told my mom, I was like, Frankie Valli. And then my mom was like, he's old though. And I was like, and he just performed a show. And I'm like, you're right, Mom. You're totally right. But I got the shit sent back, and I was offended because I was like, I made a special for him. I'm like, order on menu then if you want some. Like, what you gonna do? So like, sending stuff back can offend the people if they're cooking some good. At the same time, like you said, if it's a steak and it's not cooked, most of the time with steaks, people are ordering a steak the way that they think they're supposed to order it. Then they get it and it's cooked exactly that temp. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. They think, they're like medium rare, and then they're like, it's bleeding. It's like, well, it's supposed to have a pink with like a red middle. That's medium rare. You know what I'm saying? So like, most of the time people are just ordering it wrong for what they actually want. They actually wanted medium well. So anyway, that's my take. So send stuff back.
I've got a different view. I think Frankie Valli comes in, Jersey boy, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't know, maybe Rob could speak to this a little bit, but I think that New York, New Jersey, they get a little bit of a chip on their shoulder sort of in terms of what food tastes like, what it should taste like, especially with pizza. Frankie Valli's in Michigan, and he's probably like, what am I going to get? Where am I going to get a plate of pasta? Like, he's got that attitude.
You gave him the deepest voice, by the way. That
I know.
He's up here.
I got the Di Serrano in the back on my.
Frankie Valli said, "Cook my chicken or cook my shrimp over again."
Michael Jackson. It's like Michael Jackson. Here's the other move: order from the menu, bro.
Yeah, dog.
If you want one special, don't special order it if you're not ready for it. That's my other take is don't, we kind of went off of a little bit here, but I kind of like this. I take this line that we're taking as sort of, I'm Frankie Valli. I want something custom. But what he does is he's like, just throw something together. It's not going to be a big deal. But
That's exactly what it was.
I'm saying, I'm sure whatever you throw together, and then he sends it back. And then was it replaced with anything, or did he say I'm done? Did he?
He just was done. So like then at the same time, it's like, oh, and you're just disappointed at this point. By the way, it was bomb. It wasn't like some like, oh, I cooked it wrong, or like that was like some high quality. It's not like whatever.
I think he went in with a chip. I think he went in with a chip on his shoulder. So, I want to take that. Man, that's a. I never knew that.
That hurt.
Did you tell him go? Like, did you tell him give him get out of here? Then nobody like.
Title
all right,
of the
let's
episode.
go to number.
Title of the episode.
What's that?
Frankie
What's
Valli.
All right. Let's go to the next caller, Rob.
All right, this is Dean from Utah.
Hey, this is Dean from Utah. Thanks for all the great advice. Really loving the show. I just had to call in with a quick question. How do you take your hot dog? Coney-style, Chicago-style, New York-style, or something else entirely? Just curious. All right, thanks. Talk to you later.
How do you take your dog? I like that. How do you take your dog?
How do you take your dog?
Take your dog. I like hot dogs a lot. I lived in Chicago for 11 years. I ate some Chicago dogs. I like that. I don't get the lime green relish part. I love pickles and something that it has pickles and then the lime green relish. I don't understand that part. I love fresh tomatoes, but I actually don't want that in my hot dog, but whatever. It's a Chicago dog. They don't do ketchup. They do the fresh tomatoes. I love the peppers. I love the mustard. That's great. That's a great hot dog. I probably like the Coney dog because I like that the meat sounds like a chili sauce without beans, right? Isn't that what that is, a Coney dog? Yeah. I like that. Generally at home, if I don't eat hot dogs really, to be honest, but like I love that. But I'll do like brats. I love brats, and I love hot peppers. I love that. It's spicy. So I like spicy and mustard. I don't know. I love all that. What's a New York? What's a classic New York dog? Bobby, what's up?
I couldn't answer that. Rob's on that one. I couldn't.
I mean, you're getting a hot dog in New York. You're getting it from the cart on the corner in front of like some museum or something. You know? It's like, I think just mustard. Okay. We're just getting. I mean, usually the hot.
Do
dog
they claim
like
Chicago's really proud that they have like their 7 toppings? Does New York have a?
I mean, New York.
Mustard?
You could just.
They do kraut. They do sauerkraut. Is that New York? Maybe I'm mixing that up.
Maybe if you get the right cart on the right day.
Yeah, the right. That's something romantic about that. Like, I don't know if romantic is the right word, but like, I like that off the cart. Like that's.
Yeah, I mean,
like
if you're getting a hot dog in New York, you're getting one on the street. You're getting a street dog.
That's cool. Yeah. I like that.
I think
it's more of a vibes thing.
I think that's the key with the hot dog is that it can't be the fancier you go, the furthest away you're getting from the point of a hot dog.
Fancy. Oh, let me tell you. You guys ever heard? Chicago had this. I went to culinary school there at Kendall College, and one of the famous alumni, I guess if you say it, that was a successful alumni from Kendall College, opened a place called Hot Doug's. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of this? Hot Doug's. So it's closed now, unfortunately, but. It was open like early 2000s into like mid 2000s, and it was like even Anthony Bourdain went there on one of his No Reservations episodes. Like it was a known thing, and Hot Doug's had like it wasn't fancy of a place, but they had like a hot dog with foie gras. Like they cooked their French fries in duck fat, so it was like all like high end ingredients, and apparently it was people would line up like for long. So like I think why it was popular was. It was easy going. It wasn't a fancy place. You line up just like you're getting a hot dog, but the ingredients were like extra special. So people loved hot dogs. So you mentioned it, but I think key is it's a hot dog. It should just be fun and not too much. Sorry, Mike. I kind of interrupted you.
No. It's like that. We were in Grand Haven again. I think we're always in Grand Haven, but we were in Grand Haven again just Went up there for Mother's Day, and they had this little hot dog stand that they opened up, lined like 30 deep, like just for hot dogs. I think I'm with you, Tone, on the, because I did hear this call. That first one I did not hear, but this one I did hear, and I just started digging into hot dogs a little bit, because you look at, you think, if I think hot dogs, first thing, we're going to have hot dogs, which we don't have a lot, but I think ketchup, mustard, onion, like your basics.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the Chicago dog. I never got why that was, like, I think that's more of like I never got why that was a good hot dog. I've had one, and it's like, okay, I don't like.
I like a lot of the elements. Too many elements.
It's
to be honest.
too much going on there. Like, and it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't flow. So I mean, but that being said, But I did. This is so. When I heard this call, I thought, I'm gonna do a little hot dog research, and the here in Michigan, we have a very famous hot dog company, and that is Kogel's. Have you ever heard of Kogel's?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Flint, Michigan. All right.
Flinttown.
Did a little where I do all my research is Reddit. Somebody was talking about, if you want the best hot dog in the country, Kogel's dog. Now there's different types. There's the Vienna. There's just different types.
Yep.
Get a hot dog, one of their hot dogs. If it's, I think they have the Dinner Frank. If you like more girth, if you're into more girth, you get the Dinner Frank. So if our listeners are into girth, get the Dinner Frank. Okay. But I forget what I think we had the Vienna, whatever it was. Here's the key, though, that put it. So it was a hot dog, right? I'm not going to sit here and just go crazy over it. But what I am going to go crazy is the Kogel's chili wrap, and we could throw a picture up here. But they sell a chili that pairs, and it comes wrapped in a double. So it's basically just like a casing and then pinched on each side with, almost like you would see like a Jimmy Dean sausage in, where it's like pinched with metal on each side. Yeah. It's like basically like tube casing. Little pack of chili, and the chili's ground, the beef in the chili's ground real fine. You know what I'm talking about? So it's not a chunky chili. It's almost like, I don't know how many times I ran it through the grinder, but it's almost like, I can't describe the texture. But so I said, now that we're talking hot dogs, weather's breaking here in Michigan. We did the Kogel's Vienna, basic ballpark dog bun, nothing crazy. Warmed up that chili, put a little of the Kogel's chili. I think I'm saying that right, Kogel's chili. Then we threw a little queso, a little white queso on top of that. I think the traditional cheese is probably some sort of like Velveeta or cheddar or something like that. Like that's the chili dog. Yeah. Phenomenal.
Oh man.
What was missing was the onions, like the chopped onion.
That. Yeah.
So if what's his name, Dean, wants to know, I think the way I take it, I think that is Coney-style, but chili, any sort of melty cheese, and a crack of onion on top of there, just like a diced onion.
Yeah.
I could eat 1,000.
That's awesome. Coney dogs, like, that's Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Even though, isn't that weird? Because that's New York, Coney Island.
Coney is.
Why'd they steal that?
No. Coney is Coney Island. That's, I think, Nathan's. So I think that's where Coney come from.
Yeah, Nathan's, right?
Nathan's is from Coney Island. Yeah, but Detroit is famous for like a Coney dog.
The Coney dog, yeah.
So they're considered the best hot dog for a Flint style. So there's a Flint style Coney dog, which I don't know. I have to look up what that is, but I guess that there's. But this is.
But with the Kogel's, with those.
Yeah,
dogs.
I don't. Okay. It doesn't have to be Kogel's, but there is a specific. Like there's the Coney dog, and then there's the. Rob could probably talk about a Coney dog better than I could, but there actually is a Flint style Coney dog. Okay. I don't know. I didn't go that deep into.
That sounds freaking awesome, man! I'm down.
When you start to go down this road, I think we have a new segment. We're not going to do it now, but we're going to tease this new segment. I think in like all of our segments, we either have music, or we have some sort of graphic. So what we're going to do is in the next upcoming episodes, we're going to live test different styles of dogs. So maybe we have a Flint style dog. Maybe we just have one from up the street.
Yeah.
There's a big, I didn't realize it, but there's a big hot dog culture here in Grand Rapids. I think there's a real famous place down there in Kalamazoo. Rob, you can you could bring a little bit of that that southwestern flavor with the dog.
Sonora dog is very popular out here.
Oh, what's that? I've heard of that. I live there.
Yeah, so there's a couple of places that do. I don't mean to take over here, but
tell.
No, we could have. We're talking. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go get another snifter. Is it a snifter or is it a sifter? Or is it a snifter? Go ahead, Rob. I'm gonna go get a snifter. I'm listening to you.
Yes. So I think I'm pulling up here. Excuse me. I'm drinking on the show now. I'm burping. So there's a couple of places that do a really good Sonora dog. There's like a couple of good restaurants. And then there's, of course, one food truck that's just like in a parking lot in the middle of Phoenix that just blows everybody away. And there's always a line. But apparently, at least based off of Google, ingredients that'll land on a Sonora dog can be bacon, mayonnaise, pinto beans, onions, pico de gallo, lime juice, and mustard.
Oh, God.
That's a smash.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
How much?
And I'm not a big ingredients guy on a hot dog, but like if you're going to get a Sonora dog, it makes sense. If I'm getting a regular hot dog, I'm putting ketchup on it.
Rob, based on like what we were talking about, like how wide is it? How much?
It's
girth?
pretty girthy.
Nice.
There's just so many ingredients.
Girth, or are we talking length?
We're talking both. It's like a Coke can. You know what I mean? No, it's not that girthy, but it's a lot. It's a mouthful. It's a lot. But
we're still talking about hot dogs, right?
That's up to you.
Ooh.
Yes, we're talking Sonora dogs. I'd be happy to order a Sonora dog and taste one on the show.
Yeah, I think that'll be because there's a whole
jealous.
chart.
That sounds awesome.
There's the Italian dog. There's like the Peruvian. There's this whole chart. So I think maybe I don't know if I can pull a Peruvian from here, but it's not. The nice thing about hot dogs is they don't really take that much to like. You get a couple of ingredients, you throw it on top, and then you roll.
Love that.
The name of the new. Go ahead, Rob. We'll introduce this in the next episode, which will be episode 8. We're going to tease it now, but our new segment. Rob, go ahead and roll our.
For the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, cute. Whoa.
Now, I think at first it was wieners. Keep going. Yeah. Can you back it out and then go back?
When you sent this to us, I played it 9 times.
Go ahead,
we talked
Tim.
about like the calzone and stromboli and like what we figured out the calzone's like the original from Naples and stuff. Hot dogs. Yeah. I mean, that's like German, right? Like Frankfurter from Frankfurt, Germany, right? Like that's OG and Vienna. If you don't like, right? Also Germany, Vienna, like that's. But did they not? They're famous for sausages. Did they not have bread with? I don't know the history, but like Germans should have like they should be kings of. Maybe they are, but I don't know them for hot dogs. That's American.
Yeah, I think everything in here is distilled off of some version of another culture.
Yeah,
well,
right.
I got this
facts.
for you really quick here. So originated in Germany with the Frankfurter.
Frankfurter, right?
And then German immigrants brought the hot dog to America in the 1800s. And then Charles Feltman is often credited with inventing the hot dog on a bun in Coney Island in the late 1860s.
You think this graphic was in his head, and he goes, Ding, ding,
One
ding.
day.
Like,
one day there'll be a podcast about my work.
he goes, there needs to be the wiener has to go into the bun.
Good, take your time. It hit a little bump. Hit a pickle. It hit a pickle on the way in. So, well, we'll go into that maybe episode 8. But that's a new, like, this is why you have to subscribe. This is why you have to smash the like button or do the deal or whatever that is, because this is the kind of content that you're gonna get. Like, I mean, it's a no-brainer to me, Tone. I don't get it. You know, we should be up in the
that
millions with this
alone. Yeah.
This graphic alone is going to take us over the top. So get ready, boys. Get ready to count your money because it is coming. I like that. All right. Okay. Although I do like and I think I'm not going to go back. I already hit that once. I'm not going to go back to that. Let's move on. So get ready for that next time. And then I think we have. Let's see. I think we're in the last part of this episode because I see we're at 110. I had a very short script this time. This is not my fault. I had a very short script this time. I said I'm going to get this thing under an hour, and it is at 110. So, but we only got one more segment here, so we'll get there. The last segment is, we're calling it. I was saying it was the Bruh Labs, Bruh. I like Bruh in the kitchen. All right. So we're gonna call this Bruh in the kitchen, and this is an update of. Tone has been working in the kitchen, and he's like I said, he's got the beakers, he's got the pots, he's got the pans. Excuse me. He's got the pots, he's got the pans.
Trying to get that.
We
Michelin
have 5
star.
What's that?
Trying to get that Michelin star. Trying to earn
We're
that.
going for the Michelin.
Michelin.
So we have 5 updates. So this is like top 5, but this is 5 updates about the first product that we're releasing under the Bra umbrella. And Tony's going to talk a little bit about it. But first, I'm going to give you 5 updates. We have a little graphic here as well. That's our graphics team, hard at work. But I will say, number 5, a name has been chosen. We're not going to release that. That name is only going to come out. We're on number 1. We have to secure a trademark on it because we're stealing it. So that's 1. Number 2, we want to create a little bit of hype here. So number 5, name has been chosen. Number 4, currently in production, which I think Tony's going to talk about at the end of this list. Number 3, it is Michigan themed, so we will tease at that. Number 2, this one's interesting. We have confirmed from some of the test bottles. So Rob, go ahead, we have an extra graphic for number 2.
Oh gosh, yes. Excuse me. Yeah, please let me get that.
We have a little. We're going to take a deep dive into number 2 there because I hear confirmed. What?
Yeah. That's
so
important.
Tony was in the kitchen, and he says, "We have," and I go, "Hold on, get that. We have to get that data in here." So, these are FDA. So what Tony does is that he gets a prototype, right? He gets a prototype.
Who is FDA?
He submits it to the FDA, who are fearless leaders there. Looking
FDA.
great, by the way. It looks great, by the way.
Oh yeah, do I need to zoom in that for you, Ted?
Zoom on in there.
Yeah, let me.
Zoom on in
My
there.
man.
I mean, he's looking great, by the way. What is he, 60-some?
It's that.
Oh, man.
There it is.
That's your FDA leader, boys. So, this is, Get on in there.
Oh my god, dude.
I think
no,
it's just
just
the size.
Did you blur the nipples so they look blurred?
Rob, we can't show. YouTube will flag us.
I'm sorry.
Not confirmed are not. I mean, there's much more than just sauce confirming. at the FDA, right? So FDA confirmed. So Tony sends the sauce to the FDA. They test it. They make sure that it's. And they came back and they gave us some data on it, and we have 8 confirmed. 6 of them were women, 2 of them were men. So, when this comes out, something you want to buy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, go ahead back out of it. Yeah, so, jump on it while you can. And it's hot sauce reviewed by the FDA, so what could go wrong? Go back to I forget what the last one was on that graphic. What was number 1?
Taste test on episode 8.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, yeah. So now I think we've confirmed this. We may need to talk. Maybe Tony can kind of give taste test on episode 8. Maybe Tony can talk about this because he's going to give us a little bit of update. He's the one that's in there. He's shaking and baking in there. So, Tone, can you give us a little bit can you give us, without giving too much away, what's an update? How close are we from prototype to final product?
I brought, I don't know, I can show this, though. That's giving away too much. So when you're making sauces vary quite a bit, but I had to think of, we wanted to make this Michigan themed for one. It's not like we're just taking a can of this and a can of that, you know what I'm saying? This is we're sourcing some ingredients directly from Michigan. And I also want our sauce to be shelf stable. I don't want it where, I'm producing it, it's gonna sell out, and I want people to be able to keep it for some months, in their fridge. So one way you could do this is I don't want to give away too much, but did we talk about it a little bit in the last episode anyway? The sauce is a little anyway. The sauce is it's spicy, it's sweet, it's savory. It's something that you can use in a variety of ways as a condiment. It's not a pasta sauce. It's a condiment.
It could go. I think we said it could go on eggs. You could dip fries.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So anyway, I can show this, right?
You could hold it up. What we'll do is we'll blur it out so there's not too much.
Yeah. So here's I'm fermenting some peppers and some other ingredients in here. This is the start of it. So this is May 6th is when I've got multiple jars in my kitchen of this just to get things going. I don't want to make a humongous batch, but this batch I think it'll be at least 20 bottles, something like that. Just for an initial batch. Yeah, it is a limited. I've made this sauce before, but just in small quantities. But now we're selling on Bruh, and now we're being very thoughtful where we source our ingredients. So I'm starting out with some fermentation. So it takes a couple weeks to get this part of it done, and then once the fermentation is done, then I can go together with the rest of my ingredients.
So if you thought that we're just a bunch of bozos, with a white label sauce and just we'll get it made in China and get it shipped over and then we're going to throw a label on it. That's not what's going on here.
Nah, this is straight from the bros.
This is straight from the bros. Tony has got, first of all, I can say this. When I saw the fermentation bottle, 9 confirmed. So, Rob, we're going to have to upgrade the graphic. That was 9.
Yeah, we'll update that right now.
6 women, 3 men. Okay. I don't think what we'll do is blur that out because we don't want to give too much away. Just the fact that you were holding it up. We don't want to give because I saw some ingredients floating around in there, so I don't want to. We'll black that out. So, but how far? I mean, I know we don't want to rush the process. If you give us an estimate, how far out?
I can. Well, I need one more week fermentation, and then I can finish the sauce that next day. I mean, that's fine. So we're about a week and a couple days out, week and a day, whatever.
So then. So episode 8, we could have a taste.
Yeah, absolutely. I can make sure I ship each of you a bottle.
We get that out to Rob.
Yep. Facts.
Okay. Let me get some closing notes here. And then Bruh Podcast, BRUHpodcast.com. Like, subscribe, share. I say this every time. I don't think you guys are doing it. Not you guys. I'm talking about the listeners. I'm talking to you listeners. All right? I don't think you're telling a friend, okay? Cuz I'm looking at my subscription numbers, our subscription numbers, and they're not climbing. So if you're watching this, just do us a favor. Just go ahead and tell one friend about it. Tell one family member. Said, these guys, they got a sauce coming out. One of them told Frankie Valli to go himself in Kalamazoo. I mean, there's something here. I mean, all the horse that you're listening to, I understand Joe Rogan. I mean, you probably got Joe Rogan on and you're listening to him and you're getting all the information that you need. I get that. But if after 4 hours you want something a little bit different than a couple guys looking at a YouTube screen and telling stories about it, come on over here to Bra. We have some fresh insights on things. So tell one friend. Let's see what else we have. Patreon. You can sign up for Patreon. That's some other. We've got a lot of plans for Patreon. We have. We're talking about maybe some live kitchen edits that are coming your way. Only on Patreon. So sign up for Patreon. That's going to get exciting. What else? We have merchandise. Broadpodcast.com. Buy a hat. Tony's got that. My man in the back got one. All right. Yeah. So tune in episode 8. Thank you, boys.
Yo.
You bet.